Zen puzzle time for tranquility where I totally don't get frustrated at all. Taiji. Okay, here are now the Zen beautiful music tones of Taiji. I will be right back. I'm just gonna refill my water. Jen is Zen. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, last time on Taiji, we did all the maps and I learned about teleporting. I was close to finishing the main center area of the island. Instead of doing that, where I am right now is the spot behind the waterfall. So how do I sprint? There's my sprint button. I opened this off stream, and this is the coolest part. Spoilers for Taiji. Okay, but this opened up these faces. So now everything looks like a cool face, and I just have like hundreds of puzzles I can do. Look, this is the back of somebody's head. Right here, you see the ears, but then on the side of the crater is like this nose, like mouth, chin. This is a face right here, and then there's a mouth right here, nose. And then if I walk up this way, this is a face right here. It's so cool. We were talking about things in the environment, and I was saying it was okay for people to like let me know if there was one of these that I missed. But before I came in here, I feel like there weren't as many, and now there's just tons. So I'm super excited to go through and do a bunch of these. I will also today, I think, try to finish the main puzzle at the starting area. This is a face right here, right here. This is like a hairline. They're about to kiss. More faces. More faces. This one is shouting. Can I get back there? Yeah. Let's play chess. McGirlNet, hi, welcome in. How's it going? You're, honestly, we're not playing chess today, and your username is making me really uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure that's against TOS, but I would have to go in and read TOS again. I'm not feeling it. It's not passing the vibe check here. So yeah, we have this whole entire room of puzzles to do. I kind of want to go show you the other entrance area that I want to work on later. Thank you for the good luck. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna have to big brain all this stuff today. I think this is close by. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Oh yeah, and I finished this area off stream. I finally had a breakthrough for the mansion puzzles. I was so proud of myself. And every time you finish a floor, one of these little lights turns on. But the ones I was really struggling with, these took me a minute. I think the hardest one was the third floor. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. Oh, these, I learned how to do them, and I did, the back row was easier. This one was the easiest, I think. Maybe. And then I went to go do the front row, and the thing I learned wasn't working for a while, but I went back to it and I persevered and I got it, which was encouraging. Yeah, these ones were hard. This one was hard to figure out. Okay. That's actually not what I wanted to show you. Let me move my mic really quick. What I wanted to show you was this. I lit all the torches. So now I have this to do, but I think I'm gonna save this for last. But maybe it opens a whole section of the mountain too. This game is big. Like, it's impressive how many different puzzles there are to do in here. And now I'm lost. How do I get back to the waterfall? Is it this way? No. It's this way. Is it down there? It's down here. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Buckle up. If I need help, I will say safe word. Otherwise, let me try to reason through it. I'll do my best to explain the mechanics. This is pretty late game, so some of it's gonna be hard to explain if you weren't here for some of the easier puzzles. I'll see if I can remember all the mechanics because it's been a minute. But yeah, the basic, like... Oh, why is this one red? Why is this one red and these are white? The basic thing of all of these is they'll present you with like this grid, and then I have to either fill in squares or leave them blank based on what these little tiles tell me. So this one is the purple and orange petals. Purple means whatever the center is, the outside has to be the opposite. So if the center is dark, the outside has to be light. And it's only the 4 blocks completely adjacent. It doesn't matter what the like corner blocks are. This one is 3 purple and 1 orange. So one of them has to match and the others have to be opposite. So that works because these two match and those are opposite. But now I've worked myself into a corner. And I have to start on this block. Oops, I didn't mean to mark that one. So maybe I need to come do these first. 2 matching. 3 matching. Oh, dang. No, that's fine. Only one of these can match. How do I undo this? Undo. No! Ugh. Okay, that's 3 matching. But now I've kind of walked myself into a corner here. Has to be only one matching. How do I undo? I thought there was a way... Ah, okay, I have to click on the square with the little cursor. If I come up and do this and snake around a little differently, that might help. Yeah, because then I can make this match. And then...
Humans.
Acrylic, hi!
There's so many. Are they friendly?
We're just trying to work through these little panels here. I'm trying to think. One of these needs to match. But I think this one has to be... It has to be the opposite of this one. So I kind of messed up by filling in that tile. What was the one I did before that? This one? Yeah. It's a turn-based strategy game. It's lots of fun, but crashed? Oh no! I hate that. Technology, why?
This side quest was perfect, and I was good at it.
Thank you for the Prime. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your Earth badge. Your brand new Earth badge, because we got new sub badges. Your emotes, your ad previewing. Thank you, Acrylic. All the hype. 10 months. Thank you for 10 months. Yeah, I have a whole new collection of sub badges. I really like them. You've got the glowy neon 9-month badge. And it looks good. It looks good next to the Prime, too. I was feeling so good about this until I kind of put myself in this corner here. I wonder... What happens if I go back here and then do this one? No, I can't do that because these two will be matching. And then I'm forced to go in only one direction, which will make it have 2 matching, and it only needs 1 to match. So... that's rough. Wait, this one matching. No, that's right. I think. What happens if I press it? Yeah, this one. So if they're blinking red, it means that rule is not fulfilled yet. But this one's not blinking, this one's not blinking, this one's not blinking. So I know I did those squares right. But I'm not done until everything is fulfilled. And if I do this, this one would be fulfilled, but this one won't. And if I do this, this one will be fulfilled, but this one won't. I wonder if there's a way to, like... I wish I could walk through this. But I don't know if I can set that up from coming up from this corner. Red Galley, welcome in. I only speak English. Please, if you can, use English in chat so that we can moderate. I wish I could understand more. I don't know if we have a mod around because I don't know what that says, unfortunately. But this is a puzzle game. It's called Taiji. I'm really liking it so far. I feel like there are actually tools for to translate like in the OBS window, that would be awesome. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if there's a way to do this like that. So I think I have to go back and change this one. To walk through here? Why didn't that work? Because it can only have one matching. What if I avoid that altogether? I mean, that's what I tried to do before. This one's tough. I can either come in from this right-hand square or this bottom square. I asked the magic of Google Translate. I think, yeah, I couldn't get it either. I just please ask that you use either Google Translate or English only if you can. And I will work on, like, I know people have tools for it, but until I do, we don't have a way to moderate it, and it makes streamers a little nervous when they can't decode a message. Watch your Outer Wilds VODs a little while ago. Geez? Welcome in. Thanks for lurking, thanks for watching Outer Wilds. I appreciate it. It's good to have you here. We're doing some more puzzles. A very different kind of puzzle today. G is fine. Thank you. I struggle with username sometimes. Welcome in. It's good to have you here. Thank you, Llama, also, for the chat rules reminder. It's giving me Witness vibes. It's like very... I don't want to put words into the designer's, the dev's mouth. I feel like it's very heavily inspired. It's meant to evoke Witness feelings. And I love that. It's excellent. Incarnadine, welcome in. How are you? A quick rundown. Yeah, I was talking about it a little bit earlier, but with the petals, whatever the color of the square that the petal is drawn on, so whether it be light or dark, if there are orange petals, it means that the outside squares have to match. So like this is a light square and there are 3 orange petals, so there are 3 matching tiles that are also light, and the matching ones take priority. So like the purple means it has to be the opposite, so it would be dark, but if I don't have that one represented, it's okay. I have to have the 3 matching, if that makes sense. So like this one has 2 matching, this is all purple, so all 4 of these around have to be the opposite, and right now I'm trying to get this one to have 1 matching, and it's proving difficult. Minesweeper, yeah, basically. That one, if that matches... Can I end it here? So this one has 1 matching. Yay! See, I just had to talk about something else for a second. I was close. We were right there. It is a Minesweeper puzzle. I should just say that. I haven't played Minesweeper recently enough, or often enough, for that to be the first thing that I say when I explain it, but that's a way quicker way of explaining it. And then some of the puzzles you can, like, use your little fairy cursor to just click on the ones you want to light up. But for these ones on the floor, I have to use my body to, like, I have to start on this plate because it's elevated. If I step on these ones, nothing happens. As soon as I step on this one, actually, I have to step on this one and activate it. Do I even have to step on it? Yeah. Which limits, like, how you can answer the puzzle. I have to make a snake with my movements to fill in the squares. I can't just tap on the ones that I want to light up. So it adds a whole additional layer of difficulty. This one has to have one matching, so I'm gonna go this way first. This one also has to have one matching, so I'm gonna go this way first, but now I'm kind of backed into a corner. And I could end it there if I had done this already. Maybe I can do this already. It's gonna be tough. Very witness-like, yep. Stretch break. We took a stretch break when I got my water. It'll be fine. I have those reminders so that I don't have to do the, well, I have those reminders because it's good to take stretch breaks. That's the main reason. So that I don't zone out and forget to get out of my chair. But also so that I don't have to do, like, the scheduled ads thing. Because I'd rather just do them manually when I step away, and that'll help take care of some of the pre-roll. It's helpful. I'm going all the way back to see if I can't, like, oops, snag this first. And then continue. Okay. Good. We do this one next. So I have to start here. And it needs one matching. Here, I want to step off so I can see these petals. So I can't go to the right or up, because if I go to the right, that means these two will match, and the 4 purple means 4 opposite. Same thing if I go up. If I step up, these two will match, and it's supposed to be opposite. So I have to go left. I feel like this one is sort of just filling a grid. That's 2 matching. Now do I want to walk over this one to make it match? I don't think that's gonna work. I think I have to go up and around. And I either have to fill this one now or later. Maybe I do the corner and come back. But now I'm stuck.
Humans.
Tram.
There's so many.
So we're working on these flower petal puzzles. And I've got 2. I feel like finishing any panel in this game is a victory. Oh wait, that's what I just tried, was going to that corner first, right? So I wanted to do this. Ooh. Except I need to fill this, but also this. Oh, what if I leave out this corner? That's 2 matching. Yeah! Yay! Beautiful. 3 down, 1,000,000 to go. Thank you for the raid again. It's good to have you here. Like I was saying, I'm feeling a little rusty. I just wanted something peaceful. Peaceful, and the chill music in this game keeps me sane. So this one, I have to start here, which means this one has to be, these have to be filled in to be opposite. Soul Flamer, hi. It's definitely the Witness vibes, for sure. Hi, Jim. It's good to see you. How are you? And I need 1 matching, and since this one is already, oops, I didn't mean to do that, pressed, I have to make either this one or this one filled in. I guess let's go, wait. No, I already regret that. Let's go this way. One matching. Wait, no, go back, go back, go back. I think the one matching, oh, this is tricky. Because I have to fill in this one. Because there's no way for me to fill this one and not the ones around it. Went to mom's for dinner, so I'm stuffed. That sounds great. I love when I get to go to my parents' house for dinner. And enjoy not cooking. Maybe I have to end on this side. Maybe I should go across and then over. Except I needed this corner, so I kind of have to come up here. And then I don't know how I'm gonna finish 2 matching. Because if I do this, there's my 2 matching here and my 2 opposite here. So I don't love that. I enjoy cooking, but the fact it has to be done every single day kind of makes it a chore. Absolutely. I feel that. I hate cooking for myself because it's like all this work and dishes and effort, and I eat 1 plate of it and it's gone in like 2 minutes. Like I really, really need to get better on making stuff like in big batches that I can reheat a little bit at a time. But it's such a chore. Hi, Leon, how are you? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Ooh, perfect moment. You reminded me because I've been trying to do this at different intervals. We have an end of year survey. I know it's the beginning of the year, but this is a 2022 survey that I didn't have time to put out before the end of the year. And I'm seeing some new names in chat, so please, if you have a minute, fill it out. I love the data. 2 minutes? Why are you such a slow eater? I know. Cooking for one person is a scam of our time. I agree. Meal prep for the win. Meal prep is the way to go. I'm so bad at it. It's a real challenge. But I will conquer it. I should have made that a goal for this year. I wasn't ready to make that a goal for this year. My goal is to... I don't know. I could set something really low for myself, and then anything I do above that is raising the bar, but it's so tough. That's what I really struggle with. I'm feeling really stuck here. What if I... Okay, hear me out. What if I go back and get this last bit later? Like, what if I finish there?
The human race has an enduring desire for knowledge and for new opportunities to improve itself.
Thank you for the bits. Thank you, Llama. I appreciate it. Leftover bits. And for new opportunities to improve itself. And data, exactly. Why is this so difficult? Now I'm just questioning everything. What if I go over here first? Now there's two matching. Ah, but now I've backed myself into a corner for this. Because here is our one matching already. And I would have to end there to make that work. Tricky, tricky, tricky. And I can't end in that corner and also down here.
Humans.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many. Are they friendly?
You're an Amona fan? Oh my gosh. No one can mess with my boy Arvin. I play like 5 minutes at a time. It's an off-stream game. It's like my guilty pleasure game. And I haven't played a Pokemon since Silver. I've played Pokemon Snap, but that's it. So it's been cute to like see all the new ones that I've missed. This game is nothing like Pokemon. No, I'm happy to hear more about your adventures. If you need to like get a snack, decompress, step away from the screen too, please feel free. Any of the raiders, I get the post-stream vibes if you just want to rest. But we'll be here working on some puzzles, chatting about the new year for a while. Trying to make progress. Also losing my mind a little bit. This is so tricky. I'm gonna backtrack all the way to here. What if I do this and cross through the middle? And now I've got two matching. So I have to go this way. And like this? No. I thought I was onto something. These two are not fulfilled, but these ones are. Oh, you were shiny hunting! Post-stream vibes are vibing, but I can hang for a bit in chat. Yeah, either way, no worries. We're working on puzzles and like chatting about New Year's resolutions earlier and talking about speedrunning a little bit, like games people were interested in speedrunning in the future. If you want to share any of your goals for this year, or your favorite games from last year. I'm big into like streaming stats and reflection, and I wrote up a list of everything we played, everything I beat on stream, what my favorites were. We're also doing like a post. I know you all just got here. We're doing like a year-end survey too to see what people liked the most. Lindsay and I are throwing ourselves at Nimona. She's actually hyping us up even though she is pushy for battles. She's the queen of hype and believes in us. Unlike Hop from previous game who's like, I'm so much better than you. If only you were as good as me, even though you beat him every time. Gotcha. So like as a hype person, it's way better than the previous games. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here again too. I don't have any experience with Hop. I just cannot. I want to play Pokemon. They'll ask you things like, why are you here? And I'm like, oh, to play with the Pokemon. That's my favorite part. And then she'll be like, no, you should want to battle. And then she'll say, do you want to battle? And I'll go, no. And she's like, tough, we got to do it anyway. And that's really frustrating. It's the illusion of choice. We didn't have as wholesome of an adventure, I'm not gonna lie. Gotcha. No worries. Oh my gosh, this last block is killing me. If I go... What if I... No, I have to fill this one in. What if I do these first? Does that work? No, because now it has 2 matching. I like Nimona in comparison to the last few rivals, but not a high bar to clear. Thanks for the love. For sure, Pokemon is great at giving the illusion of choice. I'm really trying to like say no at every opportunity. I don't want to do that. They offer the 3 paths, and to all 3 people I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Like right in the beginning when you're at the school. Also, I forgot how absurd Pokemon is with like, you're 11, you're so little, and they are just like, time to get out of the house and leave the house forever. And there's this kid at the school that's like this big, and they have this tiny human who looks like just another person's like sprite, but like shrunken down, standing next to someone who's taller than you, and you're like, what is the age range for this school? Ages 3 to 18. I don't know, it's very funny to me. I could see it's very like universal ages for the player base though. I get why they do that, because they literally want like as young as possible to as old as possible to be able to play it and have a good time. So coming from someone my age playing it is like, I don't think I'm the key demographic here, but it's, once you get past like the cutscenes, it's doable. I did try to turn off the cutscenes and it really didn't want me to, but I might still turn them off. I don't care about the story, I just want to have picnics all day. Ages 4 to 68, exactly. I turned them off and they're still not gone. Really? What the heck? Okay, now if I come back here... Oh, I'm frustrated. What if I go all the way back here and do this instead? Does this help me? No. Oh, maybe? And get my 2 matching this way? Oh, but I still need this one. Got so excited. Wait, yeah, it is only 1 matching. Okay, cool. Yay! That was a big deal. We finished all 4 of these. On to the next. Cutscene applies to very few story parts. Ugh. There was just so much preamble. It took so long to finally be able to openly explore the map with your legendary Pokemon. I just wanted to, like, right off the bat, start motorcycling around. And it took me like several days of playing a little bit at a time to be able to get to that point. Alright, let's just do these ones. Although this has like a bunch of different mechanics in it that I might not remember. all of these, so maybe I'll go to a... Yeah, this only has one mechanic. Let's do this. I'm doing a dog-only run of Scarlet, so I'm dreading the eventual restart. Dog-only? Like, only dog-type Pokemon? So you're not catching anything? Is there a dog starter? There's a duck, and a cat, and a crocodile. So no. I would say the closest thing would be like Crocomire. That's what I named mine. Fuecoco is kind of like a puppy. I feel kind of bad talking about it because we were just talking about Pokemon earlier in Nintendo, and I got it as a Christmas present, and I'm having fun with it, but we were talking about like the optimization issues and like Nintendo's gonna put out whatever they put out regardless because they can, because it's Nintendo and people will always buy it, and I feel like that stops them from making some accessibility improvements that they could. That was kind of our discussion earlier. But I feel like I'm part of the problem because I still got it for Christmas. I'm still playing it. I still use my Switch. It's a great console. I feel like the third party for stuff for Switch is amazing. The games catalog, the number of things that are ported to Switch is really, really cool. I love that. No dog starter but Fido. Oh, wait, I have to scroll up. I missed it. I was too slow. Houndour and a couple other doggos available pretty close to the start. Nice. Yeah, Fido is really close to the start. Did you play Legends Arceus? I found out 8 hours in what my starter was going to evolve into and hated it. Not a fan of whatever that is, so I had to reset, and the preamble tutorial is ridiculous. I didn't play it. I haven't played a Pokemon since Silver. Why is chat being like this? Except for Pokemon Snap. My biggest issue with Pokemon is the lack of colorblind accessibility options. Yeah, that's a huge deal. That completely bars some people from playing. And I feel like it's so common in games to either address it or to have a colorblind setting. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know if this one has anything like that. Graphics, sounds, controls. It has some cursor speed stuff, aim assist, swap sticks. I think you can remap some stuff. Guest puzzles, and then my save. Not a ton of options. Oh, view controls. I don't think you can remap. Shiny hunting is rough. I went on a half-hour rant on Slowpoke. I bet some of the shinies are really subtle. I've never played a game with shinies before. I know what they are. I've watched other people shiny hunt. And now they've got this like terrestrializing thing, which is really cool, but I don't understand it at all. Don't feel bad I even own a Switch. I feel like I had to say something because we were just talking about it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love the new Pokemon, but it was a gift. I will say that. Still, like, I don't know. The fact they don't shine in the overworld is a problem. Yeah. I'll keep you updated when I play more. I haven't played very much at all yet. I just like got to the point where I can choose, or I leave the academy and I can go west or east or north or wherever I want to go next to do either the Path of Legends or the gym leaders or the weird person that hacks your phone. That threw me off. Shinies were Gen 2's biggest mistake. Not having them? Because I played Gen 2 and there was like one shiny Gyarados, right? Gyarados? You know. The Magikarp evolution. I have a poster of all the Gen 1 Pokemon on my wall. I love Pokemon. I grew up with Blue. And then played the heck out of Silver in like middle school. High school. Gen 2 did not introduce shinies in the wild. If it did, they were so rare. I never caught any. They were in that game. I played so much Silver. Was it like way more rare back then? They were very rare. Sorry, I need some chapstick really quick. I know they're rare, but like, is it less rare now? I feel like I see people like encounter shinies on stream all the time. Not that they're common, but I never saw one when I played. One in 8K, one in 4K. Okay, that's a big difference. It's still stupid rare. I don't know. I'm not the expert. Yeah, you can do like the sandwiches and stuff. Doesn't that help you now? I'm getting no puzzling done. This is a puzzle. I don't remember what these mean. I think I have to connect them. Or put them in like... Oh, I might have to review some mechanics. Put them in groups of 2. I think I have to put them in groups of 2. Yeah! Okay, cool. I got it back. It took me a second. My biggest sadness was in Emerald when I didn't have any Pokeballs and ran into shiny Sableye. Encountering a Pokemon without having Pokeballs is the worst. I have yet to run out. I only have like 10 Pokemon so far. Only to be trumped by running into a shiny Bunyary in Sun before I had access to the Dex Pokeballs. Oh my god. You have terrible luck, it sounds like. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know like most Pokemon. I know Pokemon if they're in, but not by name, but by sight. If they were in the new Pokemon Snap. I recognize them, but I can't tell you what their name is. And everybody else, I'm like, oh, that looks like a ferret. Okay, knocking out these pretty quick. The first 2. It's gonna get harder. Maybe something like this. Yep. Good, good. I have great luck at the worst times. Oh no. I have a big knowledge gap from Gens 5 to 7. I couldn't even tell you what order they came out in. I could probably work backwards and piece it together, because it's Violet, Scarlet, Arceus, Sword, Shield, and then working from the other end, Blue, Red, Gold, Silver. Actually, I don't even... That's Diamond, Pearl, and then Emerald, Ruby, or the other way around. And then there's like a Black and White in there. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald were 3. Okay. And then Diamond, Pearl. And then Black and White. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I forgot that they kept releasing 3. I played Yellow for a bit. It was okay. It was cute. But then my Pikachu got like super over leveled. That was the problem, is you always wanted to have your Pikachu with you and then you never trained anything else. Black and White were Nintendo America as a soft reboot. I'm learning so much. Maybe we'll play Pokemon on stream for like a day just to show you my team or something when I've played for more. I missed 3 and 4, then jumped back into the series with 5. Gotcha. Very cool. Okay, what's your favorite Pokemon? I feel like I have to ask. Oh, this one is tougher. I want to get a nice bookshelf with... and fill it with toys. And put everything on display. Espeon. Gen 3 secret bases. do this? Oh, maybe not include you? This is tough. Gwowwith. Piplup. Piplup's cute. My new favorite is Fuecoco. Good choice. Mine is Vulpix. Big Vulpix fan. I refuse to evolve. Oh, somebody said the evolution thing. I spoiled myself quite a bit. Cause I just wanted, it wasn't something I wanted spoilers on. It was something that was like, I want to know how to play this to get the most enjoyment. And like, or it wasn't something I cared about spoilers on. And I wanted to know what starter. So I looked up the evolutions and picked Fuecoco, because I feel like I do like the evolutions, but I still kind of don't want to evolve them. They're too cute. Okay, I'm gonna refresh and start this over. These two black diamonds have to go together, and so does this yellow diamond. I don't have to fill in that square, but I have to connect it like this, and that isolates this blue diamond, so I don't think that's the way to go. I need at least one other blue diamond paired with this. It could be... It can't be that one. I decided on Strong Little Baby Boy. Skeletor is definitely the best of the three, but Fuecoco is the cutest. Oh, Fuecoco is so cute. It's so freaking cute. I like the duck from the show. Never really played Psyduck. Psyduck rules. Didn't really like any of the final forms. Yeah. I don't know. Piplup was a starter, right? I remember Totodile, Chikorita, and the one I had, which I named Scorch, which I don't even remember. Cyndaquil? Cyndaquil. There's like a grass monkey, and there's Scorbunny. Cyndaquil is cool, yeah. Psyduck was hysterical in the show. Psyduck is hysterical in Scarlet Violet because they just come up to you and stare at you in packs. I chose Fuecoco really because it's a little Spanish croc and my dog's favorite toy was a stuffed crocodile we called Cocodrillo. Cocodrillo. So it was the easiest choice. Yeah, same. I was gonna go Quaxley because I love ducks, but I saw the evolutions and didn't love them. And then I was thinking about Crocomire, and I had to get Crocomire in Pokemon form. And I love it. Typhlosion gives the best hugs. It's a good evolution. I don't know what to do with this. How do I isolate these other diamonds? Okay, what if I don't include the yellow? What if that was a mistake? But that might have been my mistake. That was my mistake. Look, I was staring at it all along. Let's go. This looks easier than this. Let's do the smallest one first. I love the singing ghost croc. So good. I love that the strats, like when I played Blue, I was probably 7 or 8 years old. No strategy whatsoever. Still beat it. Still made it through. Because, you know, you stick with it, you learn some things. You get stronger as you go no matter what. Like if you're playing the game, you're going to level and you're going to be strong enough eventually to beat it. What do the dotted lines mean? I will explain. But like I think when I played Blue, I encountered whatever bird I went to, like Articuno or something, and it fainted. Like, I think I missed it. I didn't even catch it. I was really bad. Whereas now you play as an adult and you're like gamifying and like strategizing your team with all the types, and like you would save and never let that happen. But I was like 8 years old. I didn't know any better. I don't even think I was that bothered by it. I was just like, oh well. I didn't love Meowscarada at first, but he's grown on me. Is that the... No, not Chikorita. The other one. The cat. Hi, Kazuko. Welcome in. How are you? I've only played Red, and I have no idea what these new Pokemon are. I feel you. I feel the same. I don't even know all of the Gen 2 Pokemon. But I'm like, you know, I know the original 150. The new autosave is really good, yeah. So, oops, am I? No, I'm not tabbed out. But the controller is not working? Hello? Did I break it? Hang on, let me unplug and replug in. Oh, that was so strange. Okay, it's back. The white lines mean that this is locked. So this one is not shaded in, and it's gonna stay that way. And this one is shaded in, and it's gonna stay that way. So I have to work around what's already given, which can be really helpful sometimes because it can help you with process of elimination. But then of course you get into a corner of like, wait, how do I solve this if this one has to be filled in? Oh, I feel like I'm getting drift or something. This is weird. This is not a Nintendo controller. Not Joy-Con drift. Weird. Maybe it's part of that auto-aim thing and it's like snapping to certain squares. I don't know. Oh, that's tricky. Okay. I've seen drift with PS4. It's most common with Joy-Cons. This is Xbox, and I don't know why it's doing that. I did put like a little elastic band on the right joystick so it wouldn't be so noisy. But it's not like down far enough to mess with anything. It's just on the very top of the joystick. Like, you can't hardly... I'm sure you can't see it on camera. But maybe that's doing something? I don't know. It's really weird. I feel like it doesn't happen out here. But when I start going towards... I feel like it is locking on. Did I turn that on accident? Yeah. I don't think I want that. Or maybe I want a little bit of it. Huh. Weird. I think I must bid you all adieu. Gonna get a snack and take a little screen break. Enjoy snack and screen break. Thank you again, Maddie. I super appreciate the raid. It was nice chatting. We'll see you around. Have a good night. Okay, so there's only one white diamond and it's filled in, which means this one has to be filled in and connected. Not necessarily through that path, but those two have to be in a pairing. Which is frustrating because these two yellow diamonds I was gonna group together. So maybe we do like... Oh no, that one can't be filled in if I'm gonna try to do two separate spots of yellow diamonds. I could come up here and grab this one. And then I could grab, like, these 4. Oh, actually, that might work. Yeah. That did work. Okay, cool. I've been wanting to raid for a while. You're my friend, Cryjo. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I haven't seen that name in a while. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad you got to raid. I feel like my schedule has been all over the place lately, so that's some good fortune. Okay, this looks intimidating at first glance. Let's see. These purples are the only 2 purples, so they have to be paired. And they've kind of given us this interesting, like, this one is filled in of the white diamonds, and this one is filled in. So those 2 have to be paired, but they're on kind of opposite ends, which is annoying. I feel like that makes me want to go around the outside, but this blue one is not. Ooh, this is gonna be challenging. No, it doesn't mean those have to be paired. I'm jumping to conclusions. It means if I pair this white diamond with this white diamond, there has to be, like, separation between the 2. Oh, except this one is locked and not filled in. So never mind. Because these 2 are locked and filled in, and this is the only one I have a choice of whether I fill it in or not. Okay. My puppy's being a little menace, so I'm gonna take her to the beach. Enjoy. I hope that she behaves. Thank you, G, for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's been a good stream. I'm glad we are back for the day. I feel like if I waited longer to come back completely, I would just be so rusty. I already feel really out of it today, but if I put it off even longer, it'd be even worse. Let's look at some of these other patterns. So with the black diamonds, there's 1 filled in. So either this one or this one has to be filled in as well. For the yellow diamonds, this one's filled in, and there's only 1 other yellow diamond that even gives me a choice. So those 2 have to be connected somehow. For the blue diamonds, kind of the same deal. This one's filled in, but it gives me 2 options. I don't think I can really make it that one though, because that isolates this black diamond. So that's funky. Let's just start moving things around. How do I not isolate this blue diamond from other stuff? And still connect everything that I need to connect. Weird. Because I thought this yellow needed to go with these, but maybe not? Maybe we do this? How do I get this white diamond connected to things? Oh, I can break this now because this connects through back here. So I've got blue, blue, white, white, purple, purple, yellow, yellow, black, black. This one is yellow, yellow, but they're not connected. Brutal. What the heck? And this has black, black, blue, blue. Oh, this white diamond is all by itself. Just to see how many of them are flashing red. This made the yellow ones flash red, right? Yeah. I think I have to do this. And now the blue can connect around the outside here. But I still haven't solved this dilemma. To make a path. No, this is so weird. I have to like make a path like this, so now they're connected this way. Okay. So now we've got yellow, yellow, white, white. Blue that doesn't have a match. Ugh. I just keep looking at this. What about this? This has yellow, yellow, blue, blue, black, black. Okay. Wow. That one was weird. Okay. I might do one more and take a screen break as well. This is a lot of puzzling for one day. But I'm so proud. Look at all these panels we knocked out. I skipped these. I think my favorite thing about games like this is to just do a few at a time before my brain completely breaks down. Alright, more process of elimination. Kind of a similar thing. These two are both filled in. This one is not, but I think it has to pair with this because this one's not filled in. These two blue ones are not filled in. There's a lot of black and white, or no, sorry, there's a lot of blue and black diamonds, so they probably have a little more flexibility. But with the yellow, we've got one locked and filled in and one locked and not filled in. Let's start drawing. I miss in the, this is like this special inside of the island area, and it's pretty much only got one song. I do miss that, actually wait, is this song matching with this mechanic? Because in the overworld, the song changes depending on what mechanic you're doing. Is this gonna change the music? Yeah, okay. It changes like the main instrument. And I was kind of craving some variety. What about these? Oh, too much. Wait, what's up with this? Oh, this is fun. This builds on itself. So whatever you do in the first one becomes locked for the second one. Tricky. Wait. Oh, I didn't press the button to lock it in. One, two, three, four, five, six. And now that's locked. Wow. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Because this one's not filled in? What if I do this instead? Oops. Immediate regret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What about this? That's gonna be annoying in the next screen, though. I love these little silhouettes, these faces talking to each other. It is kind of like a chessboard. They're playing chess with each other. Oh, and then you have to go back because this one needs to be unlocked in order to make this a set of 3. Can I do this? No, why didn't that work? This should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I like that better. So now we've got 3 here. To keep this as a set of 4, I have to like fill the entire outside. This we can add 2. Oh no. That has to be 2 on its own. And this isn't even the last layer. This is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and this isn't a thing anymore because of the outside layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Can I just do that? Yeah, but then what repercussions will that have? No! I give up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, goodness. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I add this somewhere else? No, this one's gonna be a nightmare. Did I at least do this section up here, right? Yeah, the yellows are the only ones that I did. How are you supposed to add this many? I guess it wants you to do like this row again and fill these in instead of leaving them blank, maybe? Okay, I might need to take a screen break from this one. That was 4. I said I was gonna do 1 more and take a screen break, and instead I started this giant onion. Let's take a look. Let's do a quick survey. What mechanics are in this? This has a bunch of combined mechanics. This also has a bunch of combined mechanics. Ooh, that's cool looking. Is it cool looking? It's like a pinwheel, like a Korok pinwheel. That's what it made me think of. This is the one of the very earliest mechanics. And then this is just one mechanic from the mining section. It's like reflections of all the different areas that we saw in earlier parts of the game, and then this big brain one is gonna be the hardest of all. Let's take a screen break. We might take a break from the middle of the mountain and try to go back to the start when we get back. So let me just head up there. And I'll try to do this like main big puzzle, but I tried it before and it really... I hit a wall. Okay. Beautiful. Quick screen break. I'm gonna play a quick ad and I'll see you in a couple minutes. Thanks everyone. Welcome back, humans. Hope you had a good break. Let's get back into it. I'm excited to try this puzzle again. I hope I can get it. Welcome back, Trav. Thanks. So, for more backstory, because I was talking about the different mechanics earlier for anybody who hasn't seen the game, but the part we were working on was sort of like a bonus area. It feels like, I don't know if it actually is, but it was just something that was like behind a waterfall, and I couldn't do more of those puzzles until I learned more of the mechanics from the rest of the game. But like the main game, from what it feels like, is each of these symbols represents a different area on the island, and you complete that area and it lights up. So I lit up all the main areas, and now I can come back here and do this puzzle. This feels very like end gamey. Like I'm hoping we do this puzzle and we get credits, but I don't know. Or maybe we do this puzzle, we have to do like layers of this puzzle, and a door opens and there's a whole nother area. Like I have no idea, but I was excited to at least come back and try. I love this game, how it does kind of a similar thing that The Witness does, which is you can have so many puzzles open to you. You don't have to just do one until you get to the next area. Like I just enjoy being able to put a pin in it and come back later when I can't get a puzzle. It makes me so happy. What I remember about these lines is these two have to be the same shape. Thanks for the piece. Thanks, Otefu. Thanks for hanging out. It was good to see you. Take care. Happy 2023. This and this, these are locked, which means these outside petals, none of them can be filled in. These corner ones can be filled in. Like this if we want. Which I feel like is helpful for this shape. What's not helpful is that this diamond is not connected to this diamond. I can connect them by doing this, but that's really unhelpful for this shape here. Indy, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, thank you. I'm hoping that we can get success with this door and something cool happens. We'll catch you next time. We'll be back on Thursday, I think, is the next stream. Thanks for the joy. Thanks, Jim. I wonder, Mix It Up Bot is pretty powerful, but I don't know if it does channel points. I think Leorin board does. I wish I could rig the joy, peace, love things to like automatically do the joy, peace, love command, although that might make some spam emote issues in chat. Like if people do a bunch of them in a row, it's gonna be way too many emote messages. Maybe just like one. Mix It Up Bot does do channel points? I know Leorin board does. I'll mess with it later. I really don't like spamming of multiple... I don't mind spamming of multiple commands in a row, but like too many chat messages, then I get behind and I can't see what people actually type. Alright, so how can I make this work? I'm currently troubleshooting Mix It Up as we speak, and it's not being kind. I'm sorry. Yeah, cooldown would work. It's good the way it is too. Like just, I mean, it's 11 points. It's meant to be, anybody can do it at any time, and it's, you could spam it because it's pretty darn cheap. Maybe we add the emotes for one that's a little more expensive. You can do it at any time, it's cheap, and if you're saving up for something bigger, you don't feel like you're taking away from the pile you're saving. I'm really confused as to what to do with these. It seems improbable. It seems illogical. What if we do... Can I have it go around this way? No, because this symbol cuts it off. Does it give... Okay, it does do the red flashing for the ones I get wrong, which is helpful. I really like when it tells you what you get wrong. Sometimes it doesn't give you that feedback and it makes it even harder. And how many is this? 8? Oh, I guess I could connect these two? If I wanted? No, because I can't fill that one in. I keep forgetting. If I do, that'll flash red, yeah. I'm trying to envision drawing a path from this one, this white diamond, like all the way over and around and up, but I don't see that working either. Thank you for tier 3. Sincerely, me and Charlie. Hi, Cabbage. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for 33 months. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your new Earth badge. Because the tier 3 Earth badges look different. And all your rainbow of emotes, I love seeing it. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And your special alert. All the hype. I feel like I keep changing up the emote on you. It's a process. The tier 3 and tier 2 emotes are a process. But everything else still makes a beautiful rainbow. Hello. Happy New Year. We're just chilling with some puzzles. I'm a little stuck at the moment, but I'm determined. I'm determined to make this work. We're trying to connect this white diamond with this white diamond and make some kind of a shape while doing so. Something like this. That I can repeat down here with this. With this yellow bar. Yeah, this you came in for a tough one. Oh my gosh. I do love this game, but it is challenging for sure. Right now, okay, so I've got a shape going here, which is sort of this like squiggly guy. I'm gonna try to repeat it down here. Wherever the yellow bar is, you have to make it have the same outline wherever it appears. So like this comes down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it stops. And then it has this little thing and this little... I think that's right. So if I press A, the yellow bars should not turn red. And they didn't. So that's good. So now I have to have... Oops, this be a set of 4. So that fixed that one flashing red. Now I just have to do 8 squares connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's glowing. The music changed. A new area. Whoa. Am I rewarded with more puzzles? Yet again. Oh, the water's flowing backwards. Oh my. This is the minecart mechanic. What? This is... What is this? The temple? Oh, that's beautiful. So once I finish these 4 panels, I can do this one maybe? That's so pretty. This is the flower petal mechanic. And this is the bars. But why? Oh, I have to choose where to place it. That's so cool. Oh my god. More puzzles. Oh, okay, there's 2 of each color. There's 3 different shapes here. So I see this shape 3 different times, which is odd. I see this shape but only one time. So I wonder if they all go on this shape but in like different places. You know what I mean? Would be funny if the game was using random generation to continually give you new puzzles forever. That would be a very different game. Okay, so like this one goes here because it's the same shape but it's rotated. This one goes here because it's the same shape but it's rotated. Okay, those aren't blinking red at me. And this one goes here because it's the same shape but it's rotated. Yay! Okay, 2 more for this mechanic. This is intense. Is your jacket embroidered or is it a pin? It's a pin from Trav. It's a little Hollow Knight pin. I love it. I picked a good day to like unbox and wear this. Everybody's been noticing. I get to show it off. Super cute. Oh no, but now they stay where I put them? That's brutal. Okay, but that's fine. Because I can move this one down and this one right. Oh, it doesn't work anymore. Why not? Because now they're at least in this same shape, but I need them to be on the same spot on this same shape. Can I move you to the right? And you to the left? That does work. Does it work here? Yeah. Whew, I was about to lose my mind if that was an embroider with a little Hollow Knight. That would be so cool. I wish I could learn to embroider stuff like that to that degree. Any like custom video game thing. Like I'm always looking at Etsy for like video game stuff, and people are so talented. They make plushies and pins and embroidery and clothing items, and oh, it's so cool. Take my money. Oh, look. Okay, so I see what we have to do. I think we have to put... There's these 2 shapes here. And then there's the 2 squares. Oh, I can put something on these single blocks. And that will fulfill these 2 shapes. So let me do that. So now I just have to fix yellow. I feel like this makes me dizzy to look at it. I could try moving this yellow here. No, that won't work. Fabs. We just finished like a big end game puzzle that unlocked a new area. Puzzle games love to reward you for solving puzzles with new puzzles. So I finished this doorway puzzle. It turned into a staircase. I finished this puzzle, and now I've got 3 more puzzles to finish. Definitely not open world, more like open side quests, and main story is pretty linear. Okay, almost like or like along the same vein as Ghost of Tsushima and what else is like that? That's the first one that comes to mind. Oh, I'm not even looking at this last one yet. What did I say I was gonna do? What if I put... I wanted to do something with these squares. So what if I put this one here? And this one here. Can I do that? Amazing. Okay, so I've solved 2 of the 3. Now we gotta do this one. It does have good puzzles. I almost want to say Metroidvania feels in the puzzles and level progression. Interesting. Very interesting. But is there difficult combat? It's like Zelda-y combat. Right? I don't know. Curious to learn, not sure I could pull it off. Okay, so these are all in the right places except for this one yellow line. Oh, actually, no, this one can't be here either. Because it's in the same spot as the blue, and they all the different unique colors have to be in unique locations, even if they're on the same shape. I can move this down 1 and this up 1, but isn't that what I just did on the last puzzle? No. Okay. Oops. Whoa! That was cool. Did that light up? Yeah, that lit up this circle. There's give me exploration difficulty or story it might be called. Oh, okay, yeah, I'd play story mode. Can you play it pacifist? This tree, I'm so obsessed with how beautiful this tree is. The music is building too. There's like an added guitar line now. What do we want to try next? The flower petals? This is... No. This is 2 matching. Oh, this is tough. I don't have to put one in this corner. I can put one here for 2 matching. Oh no, that wasn't 2 matching anyway. Never mind. This can be 1 matching. This could be opposites, maybe? Will it tell me? Yeah, that works. This needs to be 3 matching. So like here. And this needs to be everything matching, so like here. Cool. These ones that open, like these are pretty accessible, not easy, but these are really fun to open the bridges for the different areas, and then once you cross the bridge it's like next level. I think that has to go there for 4 matching. I think this has to go here for opposite. Okay, those 2 are right. This is 1 matching, which could go in a lot of places. Could go here. It could go here. Two matching could go here. I feel like this one has... Oh, it does have a lot of solutions because it's going to layer when I move it to the next level. And this is 3 matching. So here. Yep. Dang. This purple, I feel like is gonna... No, it doesn't stay put. The orange does. This is blowing my mind. Where can I put you that works on all 3 levels? Here? No. Here? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, CD. What a combo. Yeah, just as a reminder. But also that's just a very, very good emote combo. Okay, this doesn't work here anymore. It does work there. But not for the first screen. Okay, it works there. No, it doesn't. Why not? Oh, right. Just kidding. Nope. What about here? Okay, and then what's still not working? These 2. 1 matching and 3 matching. Oh, I keep getting messed up with... Like, this goes here. Oh! I just need to do 1 at a time. This one is working. Okay. But not here, right? Right. So I gotta find a different place to put it. If you move backseating comment removed, you get unlock spoiler removed. Self-censoring. Okay, okay. Just be careful. Don't make the mods nervous. We love humor, but we don't love an accidental spoiler. Okay, I'm gonna put this here for now. And now we need 3 matching, which this works, but it doesn't work over here. Oh, frustrating. So it doesn't really matter if I solve it and move to the next, because I might as well find something that satisfies the first 2 panels. Yeah. This is 1 matching. Nope. This is 1 matching. Nope. I'm gonna just go to every square. I don't think that's gonna work because I had something else there before. Nope. Saruchi, hi. No, it's okay. Welcome in. How are you? Thanks for coming in on the raid. I hope you're well. This is 1 matching. Oh, that worked. Okay. And now we need one opposite. No, 3 matching. 3 matching is the priority. So like this. But that didn't work here. It works there and there. 2 down. Okay. This one isn't gonna work because it needs to be 1 matching. This one does have 2 matching, 4 matching, 3 matching. So it's only this one that I need to fix. Let's confirm that. Yeah, it's the only one flashing red. So where can I put you? Here works. 1 match, 1 match. What? Nope, 2 match. Okay, that's not gonna work. What about here? 1 match, 2 match. Nope. Here? 1 match, 1 match, 2 match. Did I already do that spot? I might have. Oh. Trying to be methodical and failing. 1 match. Ooh. Yes! 2 down, halfway there. These are really satisfying. I like this area. Alright, let's go down here first. This is the diamonds. We'll save the dots for last. Oh, I haven't done the dots in a while. This should be pretty straightforward. Yep. There's a bunch of ways to solve that one. Hi fishies, welcome in. How are you? Happy Sunday. We've come a long way. And these are super fun. Interesting. Reminds me of Undone. I'm not familiar with Undone. I didn't realize too, like I can walk back and forth as I'm placing triangles so I can see if it matches on all 3 screens. I feel like it's a little overwhelming though. I'm just gonna try to solve one and then see if it carries over to the other 2. Hi Ostrich, welcome in. We're through the door. I did some of the through the waterfall section today and then took a break from that to finally go through the door. So I didn't know what would be behind it, but now I'm kind of determined to like finish this area if I can. We're halfway there. I'm encouraged. So this corner is not a great spot. This is fine. Ooh, but the rest of these kind of suck, so let's abandon that idea. Just like going back and forth on these, the second and third is helping a lot. This is good. Okay, that's solid. Next, we have... looks like this. Okay, solid. But that's like a huge chunk right here that's now completely spoken for. That's okay. Can we get anything out of this section of 3? Ooh, promising. No. This one's a problem. Well, Yeah, this is weird. Because if I do this and this, can I put one here too? I don't think so. No. Can I put one here? No. Can I put one here? Yes. But then I can't put one to the left of it because of this one. Okay, I don't love this. What about this down here? I think we have to use. Oh no. I have to do something with like this shape here. Which makes me mad that this set of 4 didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because I already have 2 on here. So I feel like the ones that I said were in a good spot, I'm gonna have to move them because they need to go like further to the left so that I can... Well, even that doesn't matter. If they're anywhere on this part of the spiral, then no other diamonds can be on that spiral. But if I put them down here, it'll be the same on all 3. Or like put them up here. No. Ugh. Struggling. They can... Okay, here's an idea. We do this. And that puts a 3rd one here, which is bad. But then I move this for some other solution, you know what I mean? Because I would really like to try to make that work. This one is... I'm glad I didn't start over here. I want to try to do something with this shape, but this area is just kind of a no-go. I think we can put it there. I can. Not helpful on this screen, though. Oh. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. You'd think this one would be the easiest, but it's not. Yeah. They really... Like, and there's so many where it's like the outer 2 match, but the middle one messes up. Or like these 2 match, but you know, you get 2 of 3 solutions on a lot. I kind of want to reset. No, I'm not going to reset. I'm going to put this one back here. And see where we went wrong. This is a problem right now. Because if I put another one on any of this, it'll make 3. And I think, is this the one that I had over here? Which works, but then I have to remove this. So now this one is broken. Why did I put this here? Because I wanted it to work, but I can't get it to. I'm gonna get to sleeping now. Thanks for chats and puzzle vibes. Llama, have a good sleep. Thank you so much. We'll see you around. Take care. Today was excellent vibes for stream. I'm really hanging on to all hope that I can finish this area before I get too tired, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not giving up. Okay, so what if, like... What if I put 2 here? Hear me out, okay? And then I move these. I can't use this corner. I want to use that corner so badly. Okay. Or that corner. What about here? That's good. Now this one is a problem.
Human beings, it turns out,
are weird. Hi, Sir Pantera. Welcome in. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for 22 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your Earth Badge, your emotes, your ad-free viewing. We're so glad to have you. Brand new Earth Badge. I hope you're having a good Sunday. I feel like I'm almost close to cracking the code on this one, except not. Because of this one little dot, this shape in the middle. Can I move it? No, I can't move it up 1. I can't use this set of 2. And what's interesting about this third screen is you only have, like, there's a shape here that can only have 2 dots on it. There's a shape here that can only have 2 dots on it. There's a shape here. And, like, I feel like I've had to rule out so many shapes. Like, this corner I can't use. And this set of 2 I can't use. Or so it seems. What if I get rid of one of these? Can I move it up here? But then I would have to move one of these. Because of if I did this thing. Right? This is weird. Because I don't think there's any one place where I can put this last dot and it will work. Also, this dot is a problem with this shape. could put it there, but then it's by itself over here. And then we run into this problem. What about there? Still a problem. Ugh. I want them to go in perfect pairs, and I don't think they do. But I'm resisting splitting them up because it hurts my brain. So what I mean is, like, on this shape, these two are a pair. And they're part of the same shape here. But here they're part of two different shapes. I need more of that. Friend, hi, how's it going? Welcome in. Like, I need to make this work, I feel. Oops. And it does there. But now, oh, but that makes me mad because I really like this pair of two. And if I use this pair of two, I can't use this pair of two. And that makes me sad. Okay, let's try... giving it up. I have to move both, though. 1, 2, 1, 2. We need one here, somewhere on this line. This third screen is so broken now. Is that it? I feel like that's looking... No, because this has 3. Boo! Wait, how did that happen? What's going on with this one on the bottom? Can I move it? I think so? Yes! So satisfying! One more area. Look at this. Did it add more music? Yeah. There's like a harp and a xylophone and a guitar line. It's so pretty. These are the 2 hemispheres of my brain. Tangled. But trying to reach out and grow. Okay, let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy. We're gonna add this string instrument to the mix after I finish this area. Okay, same deal. Rainbow Flows, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm enjoying these puzzles today. Okay. It looks like we can put 2 safely here, but then I have to add it to other things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to use this. Oh, I have to use a 7, or I have to use like a 3 and a 4, or a 6 and a 1. Let's see what the other blocks look like. Because 7 might be tough to duplicate on the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, that looks pretty dang good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, I'm gonna place it for now, but I feel like that's gonna move. I feel like it's gonna turn into a 6 and a 1. Or I guess if I move it up, it could be 7 and 1 here, because this was 8, right? Yeah. This could be 3, but not directly next to the 2. It could go here. So that prevents me from putting the 7 in this section. Okay. This is good so far. Sorry, I'm just like reviewing what I already have in place. I feel like I probably should have started with the 9? The 8. There is a 9. I should have started with the 8. Let's count what this gives us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this needs a 6 or a 5 and a 1. A 6 would work. What about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems like that is a good idea. Might get me into trouble later, I don't know. The 8, I need to do the 8. The 8 and the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I'm not counting right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could put it here and then put... Oh, but I can't put the 1 above. The 1's gotta be like in harmony with the other stuff. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tempting. But I can't... But this one, where does the 1 go that makes it work? I guess with that, like, top shape? How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 1 and the 5. But then the 5 would have to go here, and this is already spoken for. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love that. Is there anything stopping you from popping it in there provisionally and taking it out if you're wrong? No, I'm just trying to, like, lay it all out in my head before I pop anything in there. I mean, I did lay out... I really should address this one. Because it's not right. I popped it in there, but I didn't count out this number of squares. I think I do need a 5 to finish this, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Which I said I needed this here to do the 5 and the 1. Ah, but that messes up so many other things. The 8. Oh, the 1 being there is weird. I actually wanted this here. And that doesn't work. I want the 5 outside of this section. I feel like this is the path that they kind of lead you down, and then, you know, you get here and you're like, oh, none of this works. I could trade out the 6. Because that was part of this line anyway. But now it's messing with whatever this was supposed to be. I don't know what this was supposed to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was just leaving that to figure out later, I guess. Yeah, tricky. And now this section needs a 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I want to finish this so bad. Stream is yelling at me for stretch breaks, but we're so close. I think. Maybe not. Maybe it opens a whole new area. Why did I put the 7 down here? Because of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I could do 2, 6, 1 or 2, 4, 3. Although that one's not really the one that's giving me problems yet. Same with the 3. Like, I put it here, but I don't have to put it there. I mean, if I put 2, 4, 3, I still need 7 here. I guess it would help break this up. If I wanted to. I'm a little bit fuzzy. I feel like I'm focusing on too many things at a time. Where else? I mean, it's nice to get rid of one that's a large number, though. Where else am I going to put the 7? Especially because it's so nice having the 2 here and have that work out. And, like, what about the 4 here? think anywhere I put this on, yeah, on the second panel is also part of this shape in the third panel. But not here. I can scooch it over to the right. How many was this again? It's 9. Okay. So now this is... This needs a 1. We're back to this dang 5. Get this 3 out of here. The 3 is causing problems, and I don't need it there. I need the 5, I think, more. Because I need to place the 8, and it fits. It fits so nicely. Okay. This is looking good. Now we need to get this to 9. But I don't have the pieces I need. Do I just move the 4? It could go here. Okay. We have another set of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we do need the 3. But I can't put it here. What's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was like, please be 8. Please be 8. Please be 8. Yes. And then we need the 6 where it was. Ah. We did a thing. All the instruments. It's so pretty. And this step was not lit up before, and now it's lit up. Oh, so good. All right, let's go. Ready? Back to how it all started with just 2 squares. I don't want to stop listening to the music. It's so good. Soak it all in. I'm so glad we came back to this game. It's been on the back of my mind. Alright, let's click together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. I can click these. Everything's falling into the void. I can fill these all in. If I don't do it, it goes on its own. Holy. The vastness of space. Now we do more puzzles. We do star puzzles. Need sunglasses. Night turns to day. Or day turns to night. Is it a sunset? It's very pretty. Oh, I tried to get a screen capture before it went away. Oh, it's me! In a crystal. Whoa. But what does it mean? Yay! Thank you, Matt. Oh my god, your team was so good. I love the music. I love the art. I love the puzzles. We split it up. We spread it out over a long period of time. But I'm so glad I came back to it. Hey, Jonathan. What's up? Thank you, playtesters. Of which there are some prominent names. I'm not even done. Like, there's still so many more puzzles, but this was really fun. I liked the ending. I like that ending area a lot. That was really fun to do.
It turns out, are weird.
Mariah, hi! Good timing. I'm avoiding spoilers, so I guess I came in at a good time. Yeah, you came for the credits. Thanks for playing. Oh my gosh, thank you for the resub. My Stream Deck buttons are being weird lately. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your Earth Badger emotes, your ad-free viewing. We're so glad to have you. Thanks for being here for the Taiji hype. Okay, what happens when we resume? This might be spoilers if I say resume. Oh. No, I have to go back and load. Oh, okay, that's spoilers if I look at the save file. I just want to see, I want to see what my total is. Okay, I'm going to look really quick and then I'll look away. 374. There's lots to do. I'm just going to save and quit. When I come back, it'll come back to the thanks for playing and then we'll continue from there. Nice.